Everyone, today I'm going to be showing something very different. It's called a clay stamp. Now I understand that there are a lot of such stamps and imprints and blocks that are available online in markets in a lot of places basically. But what we're going to do today is we'll make our own personal. So if you have a personal design that you want to make something really small, then this would ideally be a good technique. So what I have here is a well kneaded ball of clay. I would be making a leaf stamp, a leaf shaped stamp basically. So currently what I would do is, for a stamp, obviously you have to obviously make sure that this piece, once it's made, it's fired really well and you'll be able to use them, because if it's not fired, its durability is a big question and it's going to break as soon as you try imprinting anything on clay. So you will be able to you have to make something of a handle or something that you can hold on to. So first I would say make something of a simple handle, something like this. You don't have to go very elaborate on the handle part. Remember, this is only for your to get a little bit of a support in order to press down, and this is going to be your working surface. So what I would do is I would just tap and get it flattened out first. Once that's flattened out, this is going to work as my handle. That's it. This is going to be giving me enough support to press and take the shape off, if I have to really just press down and use it. Now, if I'm getting this into a leaf, now we start working on this particular design. I would get this into a leaf shape first. Remember, if you're good at just creating your own personal stamps, I think this is a great way to create personalized stamps for your own designs. It's a really nice way to make imprints such as these on jewelry. If you're into pottery, then if you're into making mugs or plates and ceramics, basically any ceramic ware, you can use these imprints on that clay and get it right. So once you are happy with the shape, make sure you tap it down, because you have to make sure that it is nice and flat at the base, otherwise you're not going to get a good print. It's like making your own, a block, to be precise. You don't want to, after this is fired, you don't want to paint them. You just use it as it is, because you're only using this for impressions and not for anything else. Once that's done, I have a wooden. These are usually modeling tools. You must have seen this. It's available online. It's available on Amazon. Wooden pottery tools. You'll get this. It's used for sculpting. It's used for just general modeling purposes. So I would be using this tool in order to get the design. So the reason I would use this side is it would give me thick lines, and I would just go on to make a mark like that. You see how thick the lines are. So that would just help it get a little bit more definition. Remember, this is to give me an embossed effect. I will just take an imprint and I will show it to you. So this is a really easy way to get an imprint. But just make sure the lines are nice and neatly done. You don't want a messy imprint, because then you won't get your designs right. So once that's done, you can leave it at that if you're happy with that imprint, or you could also just use a knife to give it a little bit more definition. There you go. So you have an imprint like that. And always make sure you're finishing it off really well, because like I said, what you do is what you get, literally on the clay. So I'll just show you. I have a fired piece with me over here of a smaller imprint, something like this. This is much smaller in size that I have. This is fired. You can visibly make out that it's fired, and it's pretty strong as well. And I've just made it a little bit smaller. This is just obviously about twice the size. So I'll show you how this print would look when it comes on clay. So I have a small pendant here, rather a round cutout slab. Just flatten it a little bit around here. And I'll use this particular print, which is of a leaf design, and just press it on here. See, I'm applying a good amount of pressure on this, but I'm confident that this is not going to break, because it is really, it's fired well. It's bisque fired, and I wouldn't really have any doubts about doing this, because I know it's not going to crack or break. And by the way, you will be able to use this even on, I think there are other kinds of clay that people are involved in, like polymer and other things. So you will be able to use this as an imprint even for those. So what I'm doing here is I'm just pressing it really hard so that I get a nice print. No oil, nothing. I've just applied it just the way it is, and voila, there you go. I have an exact imprint of this particular piece here. So this is a nice way to, and if you see, this is an embossed method of getting a print. And it's just that, I obviously wouldn't be able to press this because this is really, really wet, and this has to dry and it has to be fired, and only then you will be able to use this as a personalized stamp. And even if you have a big piece that you're trying to, maybe say a jewelry dish like the ones that I've uploaded earlier, you'll be able to use that as well. Just print it and you get multiple such leaf designs. It's a beautiful technique, really nice way of getting a clean embossed print. And like I said, if you want something that's, this is relatively very neat, and that's because I know I have made sure that these lines in between are really neat and there's no clay that is stuck anywhere in between. So that is that's a necessity in order to get a clean imprint. So that's it, guys. I really hope you like what you see. It's a simple way of making personalized clay stamps. It requires very little amount of clay, and it's quite easy to make. And these handles don't really, you're just making something for you to hold on to and press it down. That's all. So that's it. I really hope you like it. If yes, please like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thank you so much for watching, everyone.